Hello, Flosstube. Hopefully the resolution is going to be better, but I'm doing it on my phone this time instead of my webcam. I filmed this twice already and tried to upload it via my webcam, even though it says on YouTube that they're going to allow webcam uploads until January 16th. I didn't think I would have to figure anything else out until then. I couldn't get it to work. It was so frustrating. I posted on Instagram, and thankfully Crafty Colioli and Stitching May and Coffee Stitcher all chimed in, and Coffee Stitcher in particular said that he hasn't been able to get the webcam upload to work either, that he's been having to do it on his phone. So here we are. Different location, because originally when I first started trying to do this a couple of hours ago, Jim was downstairs watching football, so I didn't want to disturb him, and I'll get into that more in a second, and just drug all my stuff upstairs and was just going to film here in our bedroom. I have been kind of out of touch and offline for about, not really out of touch, I've been on Instagram some, and a lot of people know what's going on already, but a lot of Jim's tests turned into a heart cath, which turned into bypass surgery, which turned into us living at the hospital for almost a week, and then coming home and recovering for a couple of weeks, and he's now 3 weeks post-op, and things are starting to feel a little normal again. That's as detailed as I'm going to get into it in video 3. If anybody has any more questions or anything, feel free to contact me in private message or through Instagram or a comment on here. But he's doing great. He is recovered like a champ, actually. So that's that. On to stitching progress number 3. Here is my Mirabilia circle of friends that I've been working on. This is what the image looks like. And we'll show you my progress. Sorry, the sun has gone down since I started doing this. So, and there's Ed. Sorry, let me drag this up. Hi Ed, that was you messaging me on Facebook Messenger. Let's try to get some lighting here, guys. Okay, we're going to move. We can do that with this phone. So we're moving. Coming to the piece. Maybe. So did some 1/1. Finished off that dress. And also got the hair started on that young lady. So there's that. I may actually like this better. It's maybe a blessing in disguise. I actually realized when I was working on this earlier that about the time that we went into the hospital that one girl had asked me to do a close-up of this 1/1 skin, and I completely forgot about it. I'm really happy with how it's turning out, but there's no PC way to say this. 1/1's a bitch. It really is. But I'm going to keep doing it because it really does look fantastic. But for my first 1/1 mirror skin, I have chosen a piece with 3 faces. 3 sets of arms, 3 shoulders, 3 chests, and 3 sets of bare feet. So, that was backwards. 3 sets of bare feet. So that's going to be lots of fun. But I'll get it done, and it'll look really good. I do think one of the things I'm contemplating doing, on this original image you can see all the flowers around them. I'm either not going to do those, or I'm going to change them from pink. I'm really not into the flowers. They may get completely left out. I haven't started on any of them yet. I may completely finish the girls and then see what I think about it. So that's that. The lovely Ray, Mackenzie and I, said that we were going to start early on the Angel of Love stitch along, so we started that on December 1st. I got very little done before our world completely blew up. But then once we got back and things calmed down, I really got some, I think, significant progress, considering I just started this month. So here is Angel of Love. This is just stitching, Krennic and DMC. There's no beads on here yet, which in this heavily done area up in here, a lot of what is open is going to be solid beading, so that kind of gives you an idea of the intensity of how many beads are on here. This is, picture this plus 32 count, not 32, 28 count ale. And for those that are interested, my circle of friends is picture this plus 32 count swamp. I did change out the gold DMC thread for a equivalent color Krennic. I also, the dark brown metallic that you can see, this here, this was supposed to be a DMC and blending filament blend. I chose the same color as the blending filament and just did a number 8 braid of Krennic, and I'm really liking that a lot. I don't mind stitching with Krennic. I actually kind of enjoy it. I like the rough pull through the fabric, the way it feels. And for the one person out there that does not know what Angel of Love looks like finished, this is the card that comes with it. This is what she's going to look like. One other thing I realized is that I had not even started block 3 of Hakuren Hollow. So once we were home and well on the road to being better, I started it. And this block is pretty solid stitching. Here's my progress. This was a beast. All of that yellow. And then I have the birds up here. I need to work on the flag some more. I need to do the smoke out of the chimneys. It is charted the same light gray as the roof line. I think I'm going to change that to a slightly darker gray. Maybe the gray that is here. I also changed the mortar in between the bricks to be lighter on this side because I really felt like that with the light shining that it needed to be lighter. It's done now. That's the way it's staying, and that's just how that goes. Need to finish off the stairs and then do the rock work down here and complete my border, and that'll be that. There's back stitching in the birds, and there are some French knots in the flag, which will probably turn into beads. I'll have to get some beads for that, or go through what I've got and see if I can let go of a couple of beads and get it done that way. Here is one of my favorite new needle minders. I call this Judgmental Kitty. He's never happy with the amount of progress I have, which I think is one of the things that has pushed me to get so much work done on this. The way I had this originally set up, I was going to show you guys a chart on my phone, and now I'm realizing that I would have to have that printed to show you, unless, you know, I'm kind of over it. There is a chart by Chris Ortega, an artist who does work for Heaven and Earth Designs. It is called The Witching Hour. I had posted it on Instagram initially, and that chart was racked to me a little bit ago by Scully Moon X, or Vanessa. It was very, very kind of her. I had racked a chart to her, and she racked one back to me. I love it. It's very me. It's lots of purples and black, and it's a girl standing there in like an old-timey dress with a lantern, and behind her you can see a bookshelf and an old clock and frayed wallpaper, a black cat. But when I racked the piece to her, she entered me in a giveaway through Cross Stitch and Discuss, and I won. So that was pretty awesome. I found out that I won while we were in the hospital, which was, you know, it was kind of nice. And once we got back and things were quiet, it gave me an ability to kind of have some retail therapy, because all these different vendors and people that dye fabric or have needle minders or charts basically just contact you and say, you know, this is what I'm giving away, something from this price frame or this section of my shop or whatever, and pick what you want. So it was like retail therapy without having to spend money, which is something that was really, really needed. And I know that sounds bad, but we as stitchers know how much we love our haul, and you know, haul's expensive. Retail therapy is pricey, so it was really, really, really nice. And it was nice of Cross Stitch and Discuss to facilitate that. So everybody who had a hand in that, thank you very much. But Judgmental Kitty was a part of that haul. I also have gotten so far a chart called Renaissance Fae that I cannot remember the designer. What I'm planning on doing is, once all of that comes in, like I've gotten a coffee mug and some other stuff, some fabrics coming my way, I plan on shooting a video that is in, so that everybody can kind of see and the generosity that has come from a group of stitchers. So that's that. I'm going to be doing the Angel of Love for a Cross Stitch and Discuss Stitch Along. It was originally set to start just for Angel of Love, like right before Christmas, and then they switched it to be any lavender and lace piece, and it's going to start January 5th, I think, and you can have under 15% done, which I'm pretty sure mine is. I haven't done any crazy mathematical calculations, but considering I haven't started any beading, and I have a very small start on the skirt, and she has all of that dress and all of her 1/1 and all of her wings and all of that beading, I think I'm good. So I've joined up for that. I also am joined up to start the Mirabilia Stitch Along for January 1st. And even though I already have Circle of Friends going, I plan on starting my August Peridot Fairy. I know Mackenzie has done this one. I think she's still finishing the beading. Maybe that's what she's doing. I plan on doing this on Gingerbread by Picture This Plus, 32 count. And I had contemplated, still contemplating, whether I'm going to stitch her her belt that color or not, or if I'm going to switch it up to something else. Maybe when I get to the store and I'm picking out DMC colors, I'll make that decision then. I think I will keep her headdress and all of those beads that color, but we'll see. I'm deciding. Decisions. But here is her bead pack, ready to go. And that brings me to some haul that I have accumulated since my last video. Start off with something I bought myself pre-Christmas, and everybody has seen this already. And much like many other people, I was inspired to get this because of number 1, Prairie Schooler retiring, and number 2, Jan from Thread Garden. The entire Prairie Schooler alphabet. All of them. I found an eBay lot that was every single one of them, including the elusive and out of print GHI, which the only place that I could find that had the reprint in stock was Stitching Bits and Bobs, and I have never personally ordered from Stitching Bits and Bobs, and some people rave about them, but more often than not I hear people say that it takes a really long time to get your stuff. And I don't do very well with that. When I order something, I kind of want some instant gratification of seeing that it shipped fairly immediately and then getting it in. So I just decided that wasn't a road I wanted to go down. So I bought it from somebody on eBay and got it super fast. Everyone has seen these, so I'm not going to show all of them individually, but I will say I love this entire chart, the JKL. Also the MNO. Love those. I think I am going to pay attention to Jan's, where she recharted the forehead on the mermaid, because she's right. She's looking a little cavemanish with that forehead. Something's just not quite right about it. Then T is for Time is one of my favorites. And I'm realizing as I'm filming this that because I'm doing it where I can see if I'm centering stuff right or not, that it's reversing the words. So I apologize for that. That's one of my pet peeves. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this better. Yeah, they're beautiful, beautiful charts. I have no idea when I'm going to start these. Who knows? It could be years and years from now. But because they're going out of print and Prairie Schoolers retiring, I'm glad I have them. Plan on stitching them all on one piece of fabric, probably a 36 count one day. But no idea what color. But I have them. And they're sitting here for when I'm ready. My glorious husband bought me some great stitching stuff for Christmas. He bought me 2 pair of classic stork embroidery scissors. This pair and one a little bit smaller, which is just fantastic because I can quit using my wall hair clipper scissors that I've been using for however long. He also bought me a Heaven and Earth design, one that he saw on my Pinterest that I had pinned and that he fell in love with because he loved the chart. And yeah, that's getting a glare on it, but sorry guys, I'm not taking it out of the plastic. That is Perfect Day by Eric Shipley. Yeah, Buster. You want to come up here? Come on. No? It's Perfect Day by Eric Shipley. He didn't get me the fabric, which is good because I'll probably order some Magic Guide from the UK. Maybe an ecru. There's one shop I've seen you can get ecru from. It would be good for one that dark. All of my wrinkle, wrinkle, wrinkle is showing you what else he did. He went and completely got all the threads for me. And has even said that if I get a bobbin box and the bobbins, that he'll bobbinate them for me while he's out of work, which I think is incredibly sweet. So incredibly sweet. He's like, what else am I going to be doing? Putting your thread on bobbins so you can work on your Heaven and Earth design. So sweet. I think that is it. Hopefully I can figure out how to upload this from my phone and that will go fine and it won't make me scream and cry and say very unladylike words, which unfortunately is not uncommon in my household. Ask my husband. And get some stitching done tonight. And hopefully be back in 2 weeks. I'm going to try to get back on an every 2 week schedule. And probably be back downstairs again filming next time because the lighting's just better and I like it better down there. Yes, Buster. And it is time for Buster to eat dinner. And he gets very vocal about this time of the evening. Don't, yeah, you do. Uh-huh. Come here. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Oh, you're such a big kitty. You're such a big kitty. He's so ready to eat. He's so ready to eat dinner. So that is that. See you guys in 2 weeks. If anybody has any questions or concerns or things you just feel like you need to get off your chest or comments on anything, then comment below and see you guys later.